What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am DJ Keemstar, and I'm here with...
Only use me blade.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the BadKidCast, and what do we do here?
We shoot the shit, talk, just throw random grown-up ideas off each other.
The thing is this is 100% audio. There's no video. So the purpose of these podcasts are you game and you listen to our beautiful voices.
I got an issue with that. I like the fact that it is good. I didn't know there was this culture of people that like listen to music and like listen to podcasts when they play. But like, why segregate it? Why say? Because I wouldn't want anybody to be at home going, "Hey, I don't game, so I guess I don't get to listen."
All right, I don't think people will do that.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? Like, people that aren't gamers that still listen to our show will continue to listen to our show. But let's be honest. The majority of gamers, or the majority of people that watch our show are gamers. So it's simple to put two and two together. There's going to be people that are gamers that listen to us while they're in a car. You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick question. This is hypothetical to lead into what I'm about to talk about. Why do you get along with me?
Well, I think the reason why I get along with you is because I can only get along with people that have a lot of patience.
Okay. That's not what I was going for. I was going to say that I don't give a fuck. Right?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so your answer in a perfect world would have been because you don't really give a shit. You let shit slide. You don't care.
All right, so this is how I knew me and you were going to be cool. And me and you were going to be friends, right?
Okay.
On Twitter, I said, drama alert, Blade is going to die of diabetes.
This is way before drama alert, but okay.
But it was like basically like a drama alert.
Yeah.
And you read my shit, and you were like, cool, bro, or something like that. Like, there was no... You weren't
what
pissed.
I remembered was that you said something, and then I responded, and you're like, fuck you, dude. You haven't even talked to me in like...
No, that was after the fact.
There was something where you're like, you're not my fucking friend. Fuck off. You haven't talked to me in months. And I was like, I DM'd you like 2 days ago. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that did happen. I do remember that because I felt like the biggest fucking idiot. I'm like, oh, wow, that one hurt.
You know what I did to this kid?
Just think about that. Imagine fucking going off on someone like, dude, I fucking hit you up and you never respond. You know what I mean? Like, what's your problem? And like... This dude's like, check your DMs, you know? And you got these missed DMs from this dude that you didn't check your direct messages on Twitter. And just imagine that feeling going through your body like, you are the biggest loser ever.
All right, so this is funny. So a couple days ago, right, this dude sends me a message on Twitter, and it's like one of those check my videos out, right? And this is what the message said. He says, Blade, I'm your daddy. And then in the video, he's like, oh, 1v1 me, Blade, I'm your dad, or whatever. Because he did like a knife-only gameplay. And whatever, right? And there was no comments on it, and I just decided to be a smartass. Now, for those who don't know, my dad died when I was 6. Most of our audience was even born when this happened.
Right.
It's not like I'm crying at night about it. It's just, this is what happened when I was 6, right?
Yeah.
So the comment that I put on his Blade, I'm your daddy video is like, yeah, my dad died of brain cancer when I was 6. But good gameplay, though. And he was so like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Do you want me to take the video down? I'm like, no, dude, it's cool. Like, but sometimes you get in those situations where you talk about something and you make a joke and someone's like, that's not funny because of this, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm the world's biggest asshole. My bad, you know.
Well, so here's my thing behind it, right? I've been doing a lot of deals with YouTubers and doing stuff like this, making people some money, and like. I was, like, hooking you up. I can't remember. I thought I was, like, hooking you up with shit at the time, and you were fucking ignoring me, and I was just, like, fucking livid. I can't remember. Fuck it. I don't know.
Hooking me up?
Yeah, I thought I was hooking you up with, we had some businesses going on and stuff behind the scenes with all the YouTubers. Remember that? The League and...
Like, yeah, with the League.
And then it turned into Billionaires Challenge, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. You hooked me up with Billionaires Challenge. That was awesome. I missed that, man. I wish we could do another Billionaires Challenge.
People still talk about it this day. Like,
that first Billionaires Challenge will go down in our community, in the history of our community.
Yeah, because the thing with Billionaires Challenge is it was a reality show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when did actual commentators get together and produce something on the quality of a reality show? You know what I mean? That's what it was. It was the greatest thing ever.
Did that... obviously, Nate shot... deserves everything that he has, and he's an extremely good.
Well, that was
player.
part of what launched him. Yeah.
And so I don't want to say this as if if we weren't around, Nate Shot wouldn't be there, but we were.
Okay,
we helped,
so
right?
no, I think Nate Shot would still be successful today without.
That's what I'm saying.
Without Billionaires Challenge. But the thing is that during Billionaires Challenge, Nate Shot was supposed to go to the second one, right?
Yeah.
This is why I love this kid.
Second one was my favorite.
This is one reason why I really love and respect Nate Shot, right? Nate Shot didn't go and take the free fucking ride to LA where he was guaranteed to make thousands of dollars because he didn't want to screw over his work and he had plans to work at McDonald's and he didn't want to quit or get fired or lose his shift.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't come. You know what I mean? And he knew that he was going to make thousands of dollars. But that dude had so much integrity, he's like, I'm not going to screw over my work.
Yeah.
Even though this was an amazing opportunity. So he stayed at home. We let him play online. Dude wins $5,000. He might have won more. I don't know. But
quick question.
At least $5,000.
Here's my take on like jobs, right? If you go from one job to the next, the courtesy thing, the thing that you're supposed to do is always give 2-week notice, right?
Yeah.
So, and the reason why you give 2-week notice for the people that don't know this out there is so that the job has enough time to properly fill your position, or you even train the next person that's going to fill your position, so it's a flawless transition between you working there and you not.
Right.
I've had a lot of jobs where I've given my 2 weeks notice, and then nothing bad will happen, but they're like, you're good. And I'm like, what? Like, I gave you the benefit of the 2-week notice, and then, the last week of it you said, I don't need to be there. That's fucking stupid. I hate that.
Yeah, it makes no sense. My personal feelings is don't give a 2-week notice. Don't.
Some people, okay, I look at it from both angles. I think it's the proper thing to do. Don't burn bridges. Give a 2-week notice. If you're trying to use that as a reference. Even if you're not, you've still formed friendships with the people at places you work.
If you have sick days that you think you're going to get paid for when you quit a job, you're not going to get paid for those sick days. This is what I suggest you do.
Rack up those sick days?
Yeah, fucking figure out when you're quitting, all right? And then fucking quit and take those 6 days while you're working at your next job. It's like getting double payment for that week.
That's true. That's true.
It's fucking awesome. But anyhow, I did a fucking Q&A on my channel today, and people weren't sure if it was a troll or if it was real.
For real?
I did Mail Tuesdays.
Oh, okay.
And
okay, quick question. I'm friends with Woody. Is the Mail Tuesday thing poking at Woody's gamer tag for doing the Mail Monday?
Here's the thing. Is Mail Monday an original idea? Is reading questions from your audience and then trying to answer them or giving them advice on YouTube.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the concept of it. Are you poking fun at Woody when you're doing it?
Let me ask you a question. Is it original?
No.
Okay, good. So we're going to say that Woody's Mail Mondays is not original, all right? So if I do Mail Tuesdays, or if I was even to do Mail Mondays, automatically is that poking fun at Woody?
No.
Exactly. But you took it that way.
But yeah, because you're natural, like you like to fucking poke fun, just like the crew video. For you guys that don't know,
that was different.
Keem did a video about the crew, which is like KR,
Speedy, Jehovah, Duplex, Nobody Epic, yeah.
Okay, so
that crew.
You did a video. We'll explain the video because I didn't make the video. You made it.
All right, so when I'm watching the crew, and first of all, let me say this, all right? I fucking talked to Speedy once on Xbox Live. I might have talked to him before in the past, I don't remember, because he kind of just blew up. He might have been a smaller commentator that I lost track of that I talked to in the past, I don't know. But I talked to Speedy, and he's a cool dude, all right? I just talked to him for a minute on Xbox Live, he's a cool dude. I had a couple DMs with him, cool guy.
Yeah.
All right, Nobody Epic, same thing. I don't really think I've talked to anyone else. Maybe Jehovah I talked to, I don't know. All right, so for the most part, my feeling of these guys is they're just fucking cool guys. Now, when I watch their content, sometimes I'm entertained, and sometimes I'm like, what the fuck is... Like, I see the editing that they put into their videos to make it funny, and the editing was funny, but the content itself wasn't funny. But, okay. The sense of humor is like that. It can't appeal to everyone.
Okay.
So, I started making this video called the Online 2013 troll.
Yeah.
Or something. And what I was going to do is I was going to poke fun at the videos that Speedy makes. I was going to poke fun at the videos that Burns make. And I was going to fucking poke fun of all these so-called trolls and all their little gimmicks and stuff that I don't personally find is funny. Mm-hmm. But when I did the whole thing, the only thing that I fucking, like, really fell in love with was the part where we were making fun of the crew.
Okay.
So I just got rid of all the bullshit about Burns and all the bullshit about some of the other guys out there. And I just kept that one part, and I kept watching it, and I thought it was the funniest fucking thing in the world. You know what I mean? And I added the fireworks and shit.
Yeah.
And it was just hilarious because it was so fucking stupid. And the thing is, out of all the people that I made fun of in this full video, the people I like the most is the crew.
Yeah.
Like, if the crew said, hey, Dan, would you like to be in the crew? I'd be like, fuck yeah. Like, I'll 100%. Keemstar is now in the crew. Right you know what I mean? But that was the only part of this big length mocking fucking video of 2013 trolls that I actually enjoyed. And I think it's because I actually admire these guys.
Yeah.
So that's how it ended up being in there. But of course the audience doesn't know that. You don't know that.
Yeah.
So people seeing that are like, oh my God, he hates the crew.
Actually, I think, how does this work? Now, this might not be Speedy, okay? This might not be Speedy who I'm thinking of. But... So I just disclaimer, if I mix someone up, I'm completely sorry.
Okay.
But I remember you know how sometimes I do a video and it gets hated on and I go, why the fuck did it get hated on? Okay?
Right.
And then sometimes I do a video and I know it's going to get a little bit of hate, or I'm being sarcastic and I'm sounding like an ass to be funny, but I'm not really an ass, right? Sarcasm. So I remember putting something up and then a commentator like hit me up on Twitter saying this and that, and then these commentators started talking back and forth, but I was still in the app mentions.
Okay.
And I believe it was Speedy. Speedy, if you listen, I'm sorry if this wasn't you, and if it is you, then I'm sorry. Let's clear it up right now. He said that Blade is a pompous asshole, and he let his sub number get to his head. And I'm thinking, like, what the fuck? Like, that is the exact opposite of me. Like, no, that's just not the case. I actually, like, want to defend myself on that. And he said that at a PAX event that a person was trying to hang out with us, and I asked him his sub count, and whatever his sub count was.
Okay, here's the thing about that. Mm-hmm. Okay, finish the story quick, and then I'll respond.
So, because this person didn't have enough subs, he wasn't cool enough to hang out with, and that was the joke that I apparently said.
Okay, now here's the thing. Here's where I need to stop you.
Okay.
If you were drunk and we were out partying, you totally would have said that, and that would have been the funniest shit alive.
I don't bring up sub counts when I get
drunk. No, you would have.
No, I don't.
Motherfucker, I know you.
You bring up sub counts when you're drunk or sober.
No, what I'm saying is
you introduce us to people based on our sub counts.
All right, picture this. We're all out, commentators are drinking, whatever. Blade would 100% be like, hey, what's going on, fan? What's going on? Oh, well, let me know about your sub count.
I would never say some stupid shit like that.
You would say that to be funny. Like,
no.
You would be mocking someone else. That's something. I can picture you doing it.
Okay, if I did say that...
You probably say that to the girls in the bar right now.
No, I don't. I do not bring up my sub count
to
the
girls
in the bar.
No, you probably ask their sub count.
No, that's stupid. That's so stupid. No, I don't bring that shit up. You bring that shit up. You bring up my numbers to people...
That's different. That's because...
Guys, let me just explain how this comes about, right? So, now there are situations where it's appropriate to bring up. Like, let's say we're talking to the owner of a bar, and the bar wants us to shoot some footage there for the Bad Kids show at the time when we were doing, the in real life stuff. We wanted to film at the bar, right? So when you introduce us, you bring up the sub count. Totally cool. You're bringing up credentials.
Yeah, but the only other time that I do that is like at a GameStop, and that's the same premise.
But it just sounds pretentious, though, when you say, hey, this person has 500,000 subs.
I don't say it like that.
Well, no, you'd be like, this guy... No, you say this guy has 500,000
No,
subscribers
I won't
on
just
YouTube.
go up to the guy and be like, hi, this guy has 500,000 subs on YouTube. What I'll do is I'll fucking do a nice sales pitch and see if we can get some type of promotion, free game, something. You know what I'm saying? I'm always selling. I'm always closing. Bam! I'll go up to him and I'll be like, hey, man, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah. We're looking for this game because we make videos on YouTube. What's a good game to like do a let's play on or something?
Yeah.
And I'll lead into it and I'll be like, yeah, this guy's actually got 500,000 subs because they usually ask. They're like, oh, you do YouTube? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't fucking just go up to him and be like, 500,000 subs right
Well,
here.
you still bring that up, and I don't know. I just feel uncomfortable when you bring up like a sub count in the real world.
So if none of my channels were to be closed and I had the million subs that I knew that I would, right, by now, and you went up and did the same thing, you were like, yo, this guy's got 1 million subs, I would naturally feel uncomfortable too. That's just a natural thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is like you're kind of like, oh, this guy's famous or some shit like that, you know?
Thank you.
That's
so
always,
you're agreeing with me then?
Yeah, I am agreeing with you.
Thank you.
But what I'm saying is it would be uncomfortable to anyone. It still needs to be done. That's what I'm saying. It still needs to be done.
But what I wanted to finish with the thing about if it was KR, is it KYR?
KYR Speedy.
KYR Speedy. If I did say that, it was as a joke or was mocking people, because I think people that showcase or value or present people by their sub count's a little silly. So
yeah,
it was a joke. It might not even be him. I don't know. So fuck it.
You know what? There's a lot of crazy stuff going on the internet these days.
What's going on?
Did you see the new drama
alert? Now, the reason why I did not watch the new drama alert, I was like busy doing other stuff, but C,
Where the fuck is B? But go ahead.
No, I just said B first
what?
one. But
B was the first one?
Yeah.
How the fuck is B the first one?
Because this is so advanced that we just skip over the first letter. Okay, so
I don't mean to be Canadian, but hey!
Exactly. So, anyways, but I follow Thunder on Twitter.
Okay.
So Thunder on Twitter has just been going at Jay Nasty, and not even going at Jay Nasty, just kind of going, I think this dude fakes videos. Who in the right mind would stay in a game if they went 0-20? And I looked at the person who went 0-20, and his KDR is like 1.5. No 1.5 players ever going 0-20. If he does, he's backing out. Something's up.
Okay.
So he keeps on bringing up all these reasons why he thinks that what's his name, Jay Nasty 720.
Well, Jay Nasty's cheating. Like, that's a known thing. Like, I think he admits it. Like, he's like, I'm straight up faking all my shit. Like,
is he saying that as a joking way to like kind of?
No, I mean, I just like, okay, I've never watched a Jay Nasty video, but from what I read on Twitter, the general idea is that Jay Nasty fakes his stuff.
Okay, what I know of Jay Nasty is that Jay Nasty will go into games with full parties with the intent of him being the shining star, and he gets his subs/teammates to not collect tags, do all that kind of stuff, so he can get these high kill gameplays. Right. Now, in order to get high kill gameplays, there's always a lot of variables. Sometimes it's connection, it's your teammates, and it's the people you play against, and a lot of times, there's so many, in order to get those insane gameplays, you kind of have to do that cheap shit that he does. You know what I mean? No one's just running around by themselves with no teammates getting 150 kills in a game.
The fact of the matter is that, the general idea is that Thunder is a big crybaby that bitches and cries about everything, and that Jay Nasty cheats. You know what I mean? We all have our flaws. You're stuck in the 90s. Keemstar is just too amazing at everything he does. That's why he does so many different stuff. Everybody has their thing. So,
So was there what was the concrete enough evidence that Jay Nasty
was reverse boosting?
Was he reverse boosting?
You should have watched the drama alert.
Okay. All
right. So basically, the drama alert today was Jenna Marbles. She was dating this guy called Max No Sleeves.
Was he in it? Like, I remember I was watching
her boyfriend.
Her
yeah,
boyfriend. Okay, seemed like a cool dude.
Yeah, he seems like a fucking awesome dude, in the videos. But apparently, he broke up with Jenna Marbles. Okay. That guy's got to be gay. I'm assuming he's gay because Jenna Marbles is hot. She's funny, and she's rich.
I don't know about hot.
What?
No, I don't find her attractive. Like,
oh my god, you're retarded.
She seems fun, but I don't like say, oh my god, like I wouldn't. Like, if Jenna Marbles was in Playboy, I would be like, dude, I have to see that. You know what I mean?
Jenna Marbles is absolutely fucking hot. Like, you are gay if you don't think so.
No, I'm not
Anyhow,
gay. I'm just saying, like, I like curvy women. Like, I like tits and ass.
Dude, I think she literally has a tits and ass, but it's like, not giant.
I'm not asking for anyways, she's cool. I like her. I think she's hilarious.
If Jenna Marbles wanted to hook up with you, you would be all over it.
Yeah, if we go get drunk, why not?
Yeah, shut up.
But I don't look at Jenna Marbles and be like, oh my god,
anyhow,
that's
here's
just
the
my
thing.
own personal opinion.
Here's the thing. Her boyfriend breaks up with her,
okay.
right? And all of a sudden we see this video where she says, hi, me and Max aren't boyfriend and girlfriend anymore, but we're still friends. And, we just kind of want to put that out there and make sure there's not like a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Right? He launches his new channel like a week before they break up. All right? She tells people to go sub to it or some shit, right?
Okay.
Or he promotes it. He gets 500,000 subs like that. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So Max No Sleeves starts making his own videos, and then they break up, and he continues to make his videos, and a couple months go by, and all of a sudden, a couple months ended yesterday, and fucking Jenna Marbles fucking tweets out, I cannot take this anymore. Like, I have to break my silence. This guy piggybacked off my channel, and she didn't say this word for word, but she basically said, and he's cheated on me multiple times, and he's still doing it. And then she goes, word out to the fucking young girls out there, don't waste your time on someone that's not going to love you fully or something like that. All right, I butchered that, but that's the gist idea of what she tweeted.
Okay.
All right. So it's like, oh my God, like, you know what I mean? Like,
but that's a relationship thing, and I think that should stay. Like,
yeah, but you know what was so awesome about it? It was like Jenna Marbles, and you guys probably think about this about PewDiePie. People, probably our fans aren't PewDiePie fans, but who knows? Listen, people probably look at PewDiePie as not a real person.
Yeah.
And William Johnson and fucking, even though we've met him, but Philly D. They probably don't look at these people as real people. They've hit such a level of stardom that they're like, like a movie star. Like, you know what I mean?
With YouTube, it's a connection you have with the person. The reason why you ever sub to someone and then like the next day they put out a video and you're like, I don't really want to watch this. Like when a Phil DeFranco video comes up, I want to watch it. I've formed that one-way friendship with this person from watching his videos.
Anyhow, when she tweeted that, it was like, this is a real person. Jenna Marbles is a real person.
Yeah.
And that was fucking cool. As a fan of Jenna Marbles, I thought it was really fucking cool. We almost fucking did a podcast with Jenna Marbles.
What?
She lives an hour away from here. Remember, fucking Scott was supposed to hook it up or set it up?
Right on.
But he never did.
Okay.
He changes. We're going to be right back after this. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back.
Did you miss us? Did you miss our voices?
Were we gone a while?
In their head, it must have. Like, I
30 seconds?
I feel that our talk to them is kind of like oxygen. So even though it's only 30 seconds, it's still 30 seconds of not breathing.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, I hear shit like that all the time. Like, I was driving home and my iPod was dead, so I had to listen to the radio.
Yeah.
And I listened to this Chris Brown and some girl song, right? And the song is like, "How do I breathe with like no air?" And it's like a love song, and it's talking about, he's like, when you're not here, I can't breathe. I feel like I'm gonna suffocate because you're not here. You're my air. You're my everything. I'm like, is it that serious?
Extreme. Well, here's the thing. Do you remember when you were younger? I don't know. Maybe you have too much patience for this shit. But when you're younger and you've been happy your whole life, you know what I mean? You're happy as a kid. You're playing and stuff. Then all of a sudden you get into relationship stuff and like you get in a breakup and you feel like, because you don't know how it works yet, you feel like that's the person you're gonna marry and shit when you get older.
Yeah.
Like you don't know how it works yet.
I saw it.
So you're like, that's like getting a divorce when you're like fucking 15. You don't know how to deal with a breakup, and people get way too dramatic.
I know, it's so funny because like every breakup I've ever had, obviously you're gonna feel a little bummed out, but then like you get over it. You know what I mean?
The thing is like if you go through one breakup and it then it gets easier and it gets easier and easier because you learn. You know what I mean?
I just don't think I have feelings when it comes to shit like that. Like, I know it sounds bad, but like every breakup I've had, I've gotten over it super quick, and I've just thought like, maybe I didn't love that one.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, but like,
the thing is you probably do in certain things that just help you forget.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
I don't know though. Like I feel down or whatever.
That's why people go out and party after a breakup is because they want to forget. You know, they want to.
Actually, when I lost my job at the cabinet place, I partied hard for like 2 weeks. So I get it.
I hate the whole love thing because it's such a fucking powerful thing. You know what I mean? If you
Love's a opiate.
I hate that shit.
Love's an opiate, man. It makes you do some stupid shit.
It's so much better to
but
be
also
like,
the people that aren't in love. I'm sorry for interrupting. The people that aren't in love and be like, "Oh, you're thirsty. Oh, you're pussy whipped. Oh, you're this and that." I'm like, you're not in a relationship, so fuck off. Like, why do I need to be sad and depressed with you because you don't have anybody when I'm doing my thing and having a lady? Like, I'd rather be in a relationship than not be in one.
Well, the thing is like, when you break up with someone, you know what I mean? Usually there's like, I love you and you don't love me or whatever. If she breaks up with you, right? I love you and you don't love me. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
listen.
Okay, go ahead.
The thing about that is, like, it's common sense. Why the fuck would you give a shit about someone that doesn't give a shit about you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's common sense. It's like the fucking simplest answer in the world. But you can't control that.
Yeah.
It's a fucking, this love thing is, that's what I'm talking about. This love thing is crazy.
Dude.
It is crazy.
When I broke up with my last girlfriend, right, and I was working at the bar, actually I worked at a different bar this time, right, so she didn't know I worked there. And she came in with a bunch of people from her work. Mm-hmm. She came in, and so I literally had to sit there and like watch her be social, and we weren't cool. I was cool with her, but she wasn't cool with me, kind of thing. And so it was just like it was like hi, like that kind of thing. And then she like went off and did her thing. And I'm not joking. Guess what song played on the fucking jukebox? Because this is a popular song at the time.
What?
Somebody That I Used to Know by Coyote or whatever. You know, that's a good song, but it's just like it's fucking cliche. You know what I mean?
But so. Here's the thing. You really need to think about that for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what love is because we've experienced it as humans since the time we're born. You know, usually you have a parent or something. Like, you know what love is.
It's like a high.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about that. That's like this fucking... Each one of us goes around our daily fucking life, right? And we get put on this fucking spell, right? And nobody thinks about it. No one's like, wow, that's crazy.
Every time I start a relationship, the people around me are like, oh, damn, you're not sprung, but you're like, I can tell because there's like a pep and step. You have this stupid smile on your face you can't get rid of.
It's this weird thing. It's a fucking spell. It's like this fucking... Like, you no longer have control of your brain. This other thing does. It's weird. It's like an alien invasion.
Yeah, it is.
It's the weirdest thing.
Because love and common sense don't really kick it too often, you know what I mean?
No,
so
not
they
at
don't
all.
kick it. And so, like, all the common sense stuff that you would normally think about a person, it goes out the window. You know what I mean?
It's the weirdest. It's fucking literally somebody just jumps on your fucking brain and controls it. Someone else is driving, and you're trying to take the wheel back. Like, you're trying to get your sense of logic and decision making back. But something else is on your brain, fucking steering it this crazy way. That's why fucking people kill like exes and like do all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
It's all love, emotion driven.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's a weird fucking thing. I'm telling you.
Dude, how long do you need to be in a relationship with somebody before your subconscious includes that person in your dreams?
You can just see somebody. I've had visions of like the person I've seen before at the fucking 7-Eleven. So I would say like just once.
For those that don't know, when you have dreams, a lot of times if you're like the director of your dreams, because it's you, it's your subconscious telling a story to you. A lot of times when you use people, you'll use faces and people that are in your life or a random person that just for whatever, you know, the lady at the gas station, like you'll use those people as characters in your dreams.
Okay, yeah.
It's not that she won't necessarily be the lady in the gas station, but she might be somebody that just walks by.
Oh, yeah.
So,
but your original question was like, how long does someone have to be in your life to be included in your?
Not how long do they need? Like, that's not a requirement. But I'm saying like how long before they start including you? Like, I haven't had dreams about being in Buffalo yet. I've been. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I haven't been in Buffalo long enough for me to. You know, I came up with a crazy idea. I'm an insomniac. I don't know about you, but I'm an insomniac.
I love sleeping.
I love sleeping too, but I have a tough time getting to sleep.
You know, I used to sleep for like 3 hours a night, like for the longest time. Yeah. And just recently I've started sleeping 8 hours a night. I love it.
That's great.
My life is better.
Well, sleep always, like a good amount of sleep is always good. Too much sleep is actually kind of bad for you.
Yeah.
Because you end up like just being lethargic and walking around.
Well, I think, when you're depressed, you start sleeping a lot.
You know what I actually came up with, though? And this is just a hypothesis. There's no scientific thing behind it. What if I don't like my dreams? Because I don't remember my dreams most of the time. What if I don't like my dreams? And the reason why I'm staying up so late is because if I stay up late enough, and then when I finally get to sleep, I'm not actually in that cycle of sleep where I have dreams. I'm just in the cycle of just recharging my battery.
Yeah.
So do you think that's a subconscious thing asking me to say, okay, listen, we don't want to fucking see this, whatever your brain's got going on tonight. So, you know that certain foods cause you to have to be able to remember your dreams?
Yeah, I imagine, like, food is the same thing as a drug, you know what I mean? It's just, chemical compound. Well, I don't know if it's a chemical compound, but you know what I'm saying? Everything has different effects on you. Think about it. If carrots are good for your eyes, and I know someone's probably going to say, well, they're proven not to be, whatever. But I'm using it as a fucking metaphor. If carrots are really good for your eyes, that's a form of a drug. You know what I mean? That's a form of a... it's technically not a drug, yes, I know, but think about it in that way.
There's a reaction that your body gives to
Yeah,
it.
exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. So, everything you eat has a different effect on your body. So, yeah.
I mean, no, like I've heard that like if you eat turkey or ham, that it causes you to remember your dreams. So if you eat like I remember I ate turkey and ham in a sandwich.
That's like if you keep the smoking patch on your arm, you'll have crazy dreams.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's a side effect. Like they're insane. You don't forget anything. I slept with a patch on one night.
Yeah.
And this is what happened. Fucking, I was at this fair that I went to when I was a kid, and there was this cyclops chasing me and my friends around. And I remember all the details. I remember exactly what he looked like, everything. Like and you know what that made me think is like, oh God, dude, what if I'm having these dreams every night? And I just don't remember them.
That's what I'm saying. I think you do have dreams every night. You just don't remember them.
Yeah. So maybe this thing is not making you have crazy dreams, but it's more letting you remember.
Dude, if there was a way, I know that there's the science of studying dreams, and maybe someone could point me in the right direction, but if there's a way to record your dreams, like if you give yourself like a brain DVR and can record your fucking dreams.
I'm sure it's coming in the future.
Dude. You know how many great thoughts I have that I forget like 20 minutes later? All the time. And you know what you know how I changed that?
You started doing this podcast?
That and also Twitter.
Yeah.
Whenever I have a thought in my head, and that's not too crazy, I'll put it on Twitter.
Hey guys, can we ask you for a favor right now? Just stop
By
whatever.
favor, we're not going to do anything else but continue to bring you awesome podcasts.
Yeah, but
we're not going to come kick it with you. Sorry.
This channel's growing kind of slow as compared to the other Bad Kid podcast channels because we are really like pushing it and stuff. But not only there was a lot of fan support, I think people are just clicking on listening and they're not taking the time to put a like on it. And if you have been a person that's putting a like on it and leaving comments, thank you so much. But if you're someone that hasn't, if you could just do that much for us, we'll continue doing this and entertaining you. So I think it's a fair trade-off.
Yes.
So, yeah. What else did we want to talk about?
I wanted to fart in Scott's car.
Oh, dude. I don't think that's a good topic.
Okay. Why not? Fuck it. Scott won a car. So there's a thing called Ford Fiesta, and the way that it works is that they had a bunch of people submit either essays or videos on how, if Ford were to give them a car, how it would change their life. And Scott won.
I'm really happy for Scott. I think that's awesome that he won a car, and he gets a car for a year. He can drive around. He can do whatever he wants to. He doesn't even have to work or anything. So I think it's really good for him.
Yep. And I really wanted to fart in it because I'm pretty sure Scott didn't fart in it yet. And I wanted to eat some sloppy joes. And when's the last time you had sloppy joes?
So, what is the real...
This is a serious question.
What is the real... I just had him like probably 6 months ago. But what is the real reason that you want to fart in his car?
To be the first.
But what is the metaphorical reason why you want to fart in his car?
Because, well, here's the thing. When you get a car, it has that new car smell, right?
But what is your sorry subconscious?
See, this is you thinking there's some ulterior motive. I just wanted to be the first to fart in his car.
You fucking sit on Twitter and Facebook all day and you win a free car? Fuck you, fart in that
No,
shit.
I'm not. That's not at all what I was going for. I wasn't doing it maliciously. Like, that's you thinking.
I personally am really happy that he won the car. I think it's awesome. I fucking love that kid.
Yeah.
You know, he works his ass off to get what he gets, and I think it's really good for him, dude. And I'm really happy.
But you do understand that me farting in his car isn't like some multi-level conspiracy thing. I just want to fart in his car because, like, once you fart in the car, there's no going back. If you have a clean plate and you throw something on it, I mean, you could wash it, I guess, but, like, you can't really wash odor.
Anyhow, I really, really am so confused on why the hell we haven't had flying cars yet. It just fucking boggles my goddamn mind.
I don't think that'd be safe.
Some people say, okay, well, what if cars...
If you got drunk and you were able to go fly around, you know how fucking awesome that would be?
They have to make them with some type of cruise control.
Well, they do have flying cars. They have flying buses. Those are planes.
Yeah, well, basically, from what I'm told, is that those planes are automated. Like, the pilot doesn't manually take over the flight. It automatically flies and lands on its own. I don't know.
No, the pilot does stuff, but I do think that it kind of puts it in this cruise control where it's like, okay, you're good. I don't think the pilot can, like, go to the back and, like, hit up the stewardesses and there's no one up front. I don't think that's ever okay.
No. What I'm saying is there's, like, manual controls, but for the most part, this thing, like takes off and lands on its own.
Do you see the thing? I think it was like a month ago.
Like, he's there to monitor it's doing what it's doing, and it's in the right spot.
Some airline fired a whole shit ton of pilots because they were coming to work either still drunk from the night before or they drank before they went to work.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just crazy. And that's an interesting thing. Like, some people like to have a drink before they fly. Like, you know, they get tension or whatever, and they have...
But the pilot can't? I want my pilot wasted. No,
wasted,
it's not a crazy thing. It's the fucking pilot can't drink at all. Come on.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Let's be real. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even want your pilot to take Advil. You know, you wouldn't want him to fuck with your life like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not that crazy. It makes sense. And you know, if anyone were able to find out that an airline had pilots that were drinking, who the fuck would fly on that shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's why the airline quickly got rid of them, you know?
Yeah, the company got rid of them and said, hey, look, these guys were found out to be drinking, and we fired them. Like, you fly our stuff, yeah, it's going to be safe. You know what I mean? And they had to.
You know what, though? Okay, so, you ever had a buddy that got a DUI? Like
yes.
A friend?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, John, handles DUI cases.
Yeah.
Is that okay if I say that?
Yeah, my good friend / brother is like an attorney, yeah.
Okay. Now, I've had some friends that have gotten DUIs, and they have these blow and goes. They're like these little things that you blow into, and if you pass, i.e. if you're not drunk, it'll allow you to start your car. If you're drunk, you can't start your car, right? Now, obviously that's a little bit too obnoxious, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I was reading this article online where Toyota cars are starting to do this, where instead of, because there's all like these rich people in LA that are getting fucking DUIs,
yeah,
and they're like complaining that they don't want to have like a blow and go. It senses the oils in your fingers on the steering wheel, and it will sense, and that's apparently a good enough reading to see if you're drunk or not, right?
Right.
Now, my thing is this. If that technology's there, and after a couple years after it becomes more affordable, why can't they just have that on all new cars?
Okay, but the car doesn't run if it senses alcohol.
Here's how it breaks down with the blow and go, okay? In order to start your car, you blow into this, like, you have to like hum and blow into this thing, right? Mm-hmm. So the dude will hum and blow into it after like 5 seconds, and it will give a reading. If you are over the legal limit, it'll just flash red, and you can't start your car. Okay? Now,
but how annoying is that? If you have to get in every car you get into, you have to blow into something?
Well, that's what people that get DUIs have to do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought this was like a new car option.
No. When people get DUIs, at least in Washington, my buddies used to have to like blow into a breathalyzer
to make their car start.
And this is the cool part. So after they do that, after they're driving, about 10 minutes into driving, they have to do it again. And the reason why is because probably what happened was someone had like their kid blow in the car so that they could start the car and then drive off and go. So after about 10 minutes of driving, the person has to blow again, and then after that, it's only in like hour intervals. Check this out. If you blow into it, like my buddy like gave it to me. It was like, dude, blow into this. I want to see what happens because we were already driving, right? If you blow into it, the fucking horn starts honking and the lights start flashing and the hazards start flashing.
What?
So it's like a big, hey, fucking pull me over, please. Like you're basically making a spectacle of yourself.
Oh my god.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Well, all I'm saying though is that there was these people down in California, like these rich Beverly Hills people that got these DUIs, right?
Okay.
And most people just get drivers. They don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But we're still people that started driving. And they thought, this is annoying. Like, I got paparazzi at me, and I got to blow into a breathalyzer. And so they start doing this thing where it touches your oils. My point is this. Why can't...
That's what I'm saying. How did you bring up the thing about the blow thing? I thought you were hands on the wheel, oil.
Well, no, the hands on the oil thing came from people not wanting the
to blow in it. Okay.
To blow in it, right? So my mentality is, now that we're there, why can't it get to a point later on where every car has that option? So you put your hands on the steering wheel to make sure, like you have to put your key in the car to start it, right?
Yeah.
Why can't it just take a quick check to see if you're sober or not? I understand that DUIs are a moneymaker and this and that, but I don't think things should be moneymaker if it risks killing people. Because people that get fucking wasted and drive have killed people before.
Yeah.
People have like drove through a school zone and fucking annihilated people after happy hour. So I understand you're going to lose money from not doing the DUI cases, but like I feel that if you save a life or multiple lives, then it's worth it.
There would be no like, if that was like a mandatory thing that you had in your car, like I don't know, but it's at the same time it's an invasion of privacy.
How is that an invasion of privacy?
Because you should have the option to drive drunk. I mean, I don't know, like. Okay, so there's set consequences for driving drunk, right? If you get caught, all right? You should still, I think, have the option to break the law if you want to.
No, that's stupid. That's dumb. And I understand that you feel that because, first off, I know you don't drive if you're drunk. If you're drunk, you're like, dude, I can't drive. Let's call someone, okay? Which is commendable. I don't.
Right. I just don't. Yeah.
You just don't. Like I'm the same way. I just don't. Like I don't get wasted if I know that I have to be the one driving. Okay.
Although when I do drive drunk, because I've had to a couple times,
Yeah.
I drive amazing.
Fuck it, let's talk about this because a lot of people aren't going to understand this, but talk about this.
Oh fuck it.
Fuck
we
it.
just got done saying we don't drive. I think that was kind of fake because we drove drunk.
I've driven buzzed. How about that? There's a difference between driving drunk and being buzzed.
Are we going to be honest or
Yes,
just
be honest,
sugarcoat
be
it?
honest,
All right,
be
yeah,
honest.
he's drove fucking wasted. You know, here's the thing.
No, I'm not driven wasted, but I've driven when. Okay, how about this?
Blade.
I've driven where if I would have got pulled over, yes, I would have got a DUI because it's probably the limit, but I was still in control.
When Blade first came over, right? We went out. We had a fucking lot to drink, and this was like a way too much to drink night.
Yeah.
Like nobody could drive. So what we did is we tried to call a cab. It was me, my girlfriend, and Blade. So we tried to call a cab, and no cab was coming. And I was like, we were standing there for like a half an hour just waiting. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So we're like, let's just go. And we're wasted. And not only are we wasted, but we're like, we've been doing a lot of fucking bombs, like Jaeger bombs with Red Bull. So,
Yeah.
you know, when Red Bull at a certain point, it just crashes.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm fucked up, wasted, can barely stand, and fucking, you know, I'm going through this Red Bull crash. So I'm exhausted at the same time. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to drive. Let's just get home. You know,
Yeah.
I'm only a couple blocks away. So I'm driving. Well, I shouldn't say a couple blocks away. It was probably about a 2-mile drive.
And can I say, what time was this? This is about 3:30 in the morning?
No, the bar closed. This is 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock in the morning.
You know,
on like a Sunday morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, whatever. 4:30.
So I'm driving, and I'm watching the lines, and I'm driving better than I've ever drove, ever.
Yeah.
I fucking get home, pull into the driveway, park the car, open the door, fall out, and just fucking pass out. You know what I mean?
It's your brain going, mission accomplished.
That's what I'm saying. So it's really a mental thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when you're completely wasted, you know, you can fucking be like, all right, I have this much in the tank of think power. I need to focus and get this job done, and then I can go back to my...
I think if you're aware that you're drunk and if what you're doing is fucking not cool, and not because you're afraid you're going to hit somebody, but because you're afraid.
Well,
you're, okay,
that's the thing. I'm driving drunk, knowing that this is completely wrong and that my ass is on the line right now, and I could potentially be killing someone. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what's going through my head as I'm wasted. Like I know.
I don't think. Okay, for me, I don't think it's the idea that it's not the idea. Oh my god, I'm going to kill someone because I'm actually being more careful than normal. I think it's the oh my god, I could possibly get pulled over and I could get a fucking a criminal charge. That's what I'm worried about.
Okay, so I don't want to tell people to drive drunk because I don't think you should. Not. All right, listen, I know a lot of people, and when they get drunk, they cannot drive at all. All right?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to say that I have some superpower or something, but I have been able to drive drunk with no problem whatsoever. All right, even though I avoid it. Like what he first said about me trying to avoid it, I do try to avoid driving drunk. It, you know? But the problem is when I do drive drunk, I know I can get home and I know I can do it safe. I don't care how fucked up I am. I just shut off my buzz mentally and fucking become sober for that time frame.
The radio's off. You tell everyone to shut the fuck up and you just go.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone else that can do that.
I don't fuck with the like if the driver is the DD. I do not fuck with them. I don't like badger them or make fun of them, even if I'm wasted. I just let them be. You know?
When I drive drunk, the other thing is I do not let people talk. Like there's no talking.
No talking.
You know what I mean? Like
super focused on the road.
I don't. I don't want someone to walk away from this and be like, Keemstar is a fucking drives drunk. What a fucking loser. You know, he's a parent. And I'm just saying, like, you know, there's times where there's no other option. That was one of those times. You know.
Yeah. You know what? I've always thought about this, and they probably already have this. This isn't a new idea. This has probably been thought of, but I wish that there could be a situation where a taxi service would come and they bring two people, one person to taxi you home and the other person to drive your car home as well.
Yeah,
that'd be money. That'd be awesome.
See, even though I've done it and I do it, I'm not comfortable with it. You know what I mean? The guys that you have to worry about is like the fucking dude from Jackass. Like he was comfortable with being drunk and driving. Like I'm not. That's the difference. He was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna go 110 miles an hour down the highway." Yeah. Like that's when you're comfortable with drunk driving. I'm not comfortable with it. I think that's the biggest difference.
I don't like people that drive cars hella fast. Like they have these fucking like Supras and these fucking like Porsches and shit like that. I hate that shit. Like.
You are so scared of everything that moves. We have a John Deere Gator. I took him to my house in the John Deere Gator, and we're going top speed on that, and he was worried.
Because there's there's nothing there. There's no a door between you. You know what I mean? Like
it's a fucking John Deere Gator.
I know.
It probably goes like 20 miles per hour tops.
Okay, I don't think I was scared of that.
You were like, "Whoa, dude!" Like,
well, that's because you were taking corners hella crazy.
It's a fucking farm, fucking vehicle.
All right. I'll give you that one.
It wasn't like, okay, so the John Deere Gator on the farm, right? It's not like the XVU version. I'm probably butchering that. It's not that version that's like a fucking go-kart. Yeah. It's like a straight-up farm vehicle that you use to pick up hay bales and move to another fucking part of the field to feed some cows or some shit, right? It's like this little four-wheeler thing, right? We're fucking flying on that and you're scared.
Quick question. Let's say you had a wife. And you and your wife are both driving, both sober, whatever, and you basically rear end your wife's car, and your guys are both under the same insurance. Who pays for that? How does that work?
You probably, if I was driving and I did the damage, I'd pay for it.
But the person that you're paying for is under your own insurance.
No, you won't. You don't go through your insurance.
Oh, you just pay for it after.
Yeah, well, that's stupid as fuck. Get your insurance fucked up for fucking banging into your girlfriend.
Guys, we're going to take a break. I need to use the restroom, and we'll be right back.